noticing New York. The Bollard plan for Atlantic Yards results in sidewalk bordering the Ratner-Prokhorov Arena with an effective width of 5.2 feet. 5.2 feet is less than my height. If you add a whole foot to that planned width, you're going to come out with a scant couple of inches above my height. If I spread my arms, that's going to be more than half the width that you're planning. It is clear that we are debating and that any excitement can only be about slivers of inches. How many additional slivers are to be added to Forest City Ratner's 50-plus acre government-assisted monopoly, mega-monopoly? After all that has already been taken from the public by government for Forest City Ratner, do these additional slivers matter? We recognize that we are in the straw that breaks the camel's back territory, and that each additional sliver for Ratner must be considered insult added to previous significant injuries. Here is a picture. It is a face superimposed on the body of Queen Elizabeth I of England. What does it represent? Queen Elizabeth angered the populace of England over which she reigned when she abused her monarchical prerogatives to hand out lucrative monopolies to those in her political favor. Bloomberg and Cuomo's ESDC have done the same thing, abusing eminent domain to hand out an enormous and dense monopoly over central Brooklyn to the Ratner organization. The question is where and when it stops. Does Ratner now get to crush Brooklyn's pedestrians by scalpeling away from them yet more slivers of what remains for those slivers to be added to his empire? In much the same way we are asking why Ratner gets to jackhammer away throughout the night and on weekends at incredible hearing-destroying decibels for months, when in theory his arena is on schedule and there is no reason to rush its building with extraordinary measures. What is being left to the public? Remember that the vast Ratner monopoly has already been engorged by the Bloomberg contribution of the public streets, avenues, and sidewalks that should have remained inalienably belonging to the public. Thank you. We're not going to nip and tuck a little bit more. I have one more statement. The insult of seizure with successive slivers can be practiced as a subterfuge. Yesterday, the New York Times carried a story about the U.S. State Department emails showing collusion by government officials and the proposed builder of the gas pipeline from Canada to Mexico to win political support for that pipeline by applying to build it at low pressure and then afterwards asking for an exception to build it at high pressure once the project had cleared approvals. Isn't this, after the fact and after approval, pressured cramming of the arena into this neighborhood, much the same thing happening here? I assume that you are transcribing my statements, and there is the picture.
That was before, but if you want to submit anything,
I can submit written comments by what time?
for the 10 days.
Okay. And you are transcribing and including in the record my statements as spoken, correct?
Yes.
Okay. My written comments would be identical.
They're part of the record. We generally don't transcribe.
You don't?
But if you
So you're having a hearing and only my written comments will matter?
if you would like to take it.